Crafty friends, Colleen here. I want to share a little box with you today. I've been meaning to make one for a while to house all our cards in that we make, and I've come up with this one today. Now this one here is using the brand new paper from our new catalogue. This one here, it's called, move that out of the way, this one's called True Love, and it's beautiful. As you can see, it's got all the lovely designs. I've chosen this paper here to use, but there's so many different beautiful ones in there you could use. And it just doesn't have to be for true love. It can be for anything, masculine, feminine, even juvenile. You can make lots of different cards with this one. But the one we're going to be using today, I'll move this one for the minute. We're going to be using the Sweet Baby, Sweet Girl paper pack. As you can see, that's beautiful too, and I've just chosen this one here, which is down the bottom here with all the little bugs on it, and it's got the check on the other side. But I really like this one, so we'll be using that one today. And we're going to be using Heather and Ballerina to make the box with. So we'll get cracking. I wanted to show you also the beautiful flowers. Now, oh, excuse me, that's chocolate. It's a bit of a rough ride there. Now this is our beautiful new thin cuts, our what's it called? Stitched flowers, and here they are here. You get 4 different size leaves, 4 different flowers, plus you get a centerpiece, and that's what I've done here. And on this one I've used the daisy, and I've cut in between each petal, and even on this flower here, so that I'll be able to raise them up and curve them a little bit, so that they sit like that. And then I've just done the little ones flat. This one here, so the ones we're going to be using today, I've just done the same thing with the daisy, but I've made them in ballerina. So that's the light side of the ballerina with the dark side for the centre, and the light side of the canary. And I've just mounted it on itself. I think that just gives it a more of a 3D effect. And for the leaves today, I've thin cut those out of Sweet Leaf on the dark side, so they'll just tuck in underneath and sit on the top of our box. So it's going to be decorated slightly different to this one here. But when you open this one here, as you can see, it's very similar to the Easter box that I made. So it's got that cutaway section, and all your cards and everything will fit inside, and it'll hold quite a few. I haven't got any envelopes with these at the moment, as I'll run out. But anyway, I bought some more, so that's fine. So what we'll do, we'll get started. Now you need to get your scoreboard, or your scoring, what do you call it, thingy, on your trimmer. And we are going to score at, oh, what do I do with that? Oh, there it is. 1 1/4 inches on all 4 sides. I was going to do 1 1/2, but it felt too deep, so I thought I'll go 1 1/4. And it's made a nice size box. Oh, I didn't tell you what size these pieces were. It's 8 1/2 by 7 1/4. They're both exactly the same size. So 8 1/2. Yep, 8 1/2 by 7 1/4, definitely. So 1 1/4 inches on all 4 sides. And I'm sorry it's been a while since my last video, but I felt like I was not just procrastinating, but I've been coughing a lot, and yeah, that's put me off, and I've just been a bit, what's the word when you, like nothing's just been coming to mind. Anyway, as you can see, I've used the light side of the Heather. I couldn't think of the name of it. And yet on here I've used the dark side of the ballerina as my up piece. So just burnish and fold all the score lines. So they're all done. Now for this one here, I'm actually going to put the paper on now, so that, because it just makes it a bit easier. And I really like the cute little fly things on it. Little butterflies they are, beg your pardon. They're little butterflies. I just thought that'd go well with my daisies. Hopefully that's all nice and even. I'm having a bit of trouble seeing. Right, so what we're going to do next is take our scissors and we're going to remove all of these squares. So cut away all the score lines. So only on the pink one we'll remove every square. And then we're going to notch in a minute. Chinkies, I can't see properly. It's very overcast and disgusting outside today. Right, so decide which will be your front. I think we'll go this side. And here we're going to notch in these sections. Just notch them up. And on this one, we're going to come in about, I'd say, probably 1/2 inch. So if you just make a little notch mark at 1/2 inch on the two side pieces, so that's your, it's on the 7.5 inch side, and cut those in, then this is the front of your box. See? That's that section there. So that's the bit you're cutting away. And then on the back, we're just going to make little wedges. And wedging here as well. So on all of the sections you're wedging. Pop that to the side for a minute. Now we're going to take our base and we're going to, I've forgotten, oh my gosh, no, we're going in this way. Do you know, I've forgotten now what I did. Yes, cozy. So we're going in this way. So on here we're going to cut in. No, we're going to cut this way. Oh my gosh. And we're going to notch out here. Gee whittakers, what a moment. So I'm actually cutting away that the raised section here. I don't know if you can see it, but that bit there I'm actually cutting to the side of it. And can you see it's still there? And then I'm going to remove it. I know what I was going to say. My mojo's been gone. That's the word I was looking for. My mojo. Okay, so what we're going to do now is add adhesive to the back of this section here. Yep. And onto the back of one of these panels, I'm just going to add it right across there. Right, now we're taking that bit, we're going to flip it over. Move those little tags out of the way. I'm going to line this up because I want it tucked on. Actually, this is probably the easier way of doing it this way. There we are. So that's all connected now. So now you've got your base and your lid. So you can see they're all connected together now. That bit will come up. I'll just reinforce that fold line there. Now we're just going to put it together just like a normal pizza style box. But before I put it together, I shall cut out a little notch in the front. Oh, I don't need any up there. Lost the plot. So, what does this measure? This measures, so if I go 5 inches and make a little mark. Oh, yep, put a little mark there. Then I know that's where I need to put that into the middle of there and cut out a thumb notch. So that's just a 1 inch punch that I've got, but any punch will do. Now we're just going to bring up the cut edge and nestle it up to the folded edge. I've lost the plot today. That's what happens when you leave it for such a while to... And then these bits just all come in and tuck inside the box, just like so. If it gapes a little bit, what I generally do is just go back in and give it a bit of a tweak on the side. And then it just sits nice and flush. So that's how that will look. Now we're going to add our daisies. I mean, if you wanted to, you could easily have a nice stamped sentiment on here if you wanted to. But I just thought the 3 daisies would look pretty stuck onto the front, onto the lid. And then I thought just to add some leaves around just to pick it up and make it look really pretty. So what I did with the daisies, when I cut them, as you can see, there's a V there. When I cut down, it left a little sharp bit, so I just went round all of them and just trimmed that off so I could have a really nice, so that all sit up nicely. And then I took a pencil, which is coloured in there a bit, and I rolled all the leaves, all the petals around the pencil so that they got a nice curve to them. So now we're going to get some... These are the 3/8 of an inch glue dots, my favourites. Put that on the back. I might put a couple on, just so I know it's going to hold in place. And start sticking them on. Oh, it didn't pick it up. Doesn't like me. I just thought just to nestle them all in together so that they stand up in the middle. And then I'm just going to add some adhesive onto the back of here. And then just slip these in where I feel I'd like them to go. And because this box is being hand given, I know that the way I'm setting it all up isn't going to be affected by any travelling. Got one more. Where will I put that? Crowded there. That looks sitting in there together. Yep, that'll do. And there we have it. There's our little box made ready for our cards to go into. This one's in Baby Girl, and this one here is in True Love. So I hope you like this little project. I know it's very hard to see both of them in there together, and give it a go. Like I said, it does hold lots of cards. These are some old ones that I've just made. So, but like I said, I haven't got the envelopes in there yet. But I'm quite sure that when I do, it'll be a lovely gift for somebody. So till next time, keep on creating, and bye for now.